Welcome to our nostalgic video of the cast of the iconic sitcom Seinfeld. First airing in 1989, Seinfeld has become one of the most beloved and influential sitcoms in television history. In this video, we revisit the talented actors who brought these iconic characters to life. We'll see where their careers have taken them since their time on Seinfeld, and how their lives have evolved over the years. Larry David contributed significantly to the success of Seinfeld as one of the brains behind the show. He co-created the series with Jerry Seinfeld and is known for the sharpness of the jokes and the originality of the stories. Larry's somewhat grumpy and meticulous personality in real life inspired the character George Costanza. When the show began, Larry David was a recognized writer within the industry, but had yet to reach a broad audience. He had previously written for programs like Saturday Night Live and Fridays, but he had not achieved significant success in those projects. Meeting Jerry Seinfeld and creating Seinfeld together was a turning point in his career. Larry wrote many episodes of the series, successfully reflecting his sense of humor in every detail. His focus on character dialogues and the humorous aspects of daily life made the show unique. After Seinfeld, Larry David continued to create his own success in the television world. His show Curb Your Enthusiasm, which premiered on HBO and TVN, tells a somewhat autobiographical story and has been very successful. In the series, Larry plays an exaggerated version of his own life, winning numerous awards and receiving critical acclaim for Curb Your Enthusiasm. While continuing to uphold the legacy of Seinfeld, Larry also pursued his writing and producing career. Known for his sharp wit and grumpy personality, Larry David remains one of the most respected figures in the comedy world. Michael Richards portrayed Jerry's wild and eccentric neighbor Cosmo Kramer on Seinfeld. Kramer won the audience's love with his peculiar physical comedy, strange business ideas, and hyperactive behavior. The character played a significant role in the show's comedic dynamic, and Michael Richards' extraordinary physical performance made Kramer one of the most memorable characters in sitcom history. When the show began, Michael Richards was already a well-known name in the world of comedy. He showcased his talent particularly in sketch shows, gaining attention for his performances on Fridays and roles in productions like Weird Al Yankovic's UHF. However, the character of Kramer became a turning point in Richards' career. The character's bizarre walk, unexpected outbursts, and strange movements showcased Richards' mastery of physical comedy. After Seinfeld ended, Michael Richards attempted to continue his acting career. In 2000, he launched a sitcom called The Michael Richards Show, but the series was short-lived and unsuccessful. A controversial incident during a stand-up performance in 2006 dealt a significant blow to his career. Following this incident, Richards stayed away from the public eye for an extended period, retreating almost completely. In recent years, Michael Richards has tried to reconnect with fans by participating in projects alongside former Seinfeld co-stars. He reunited with Jerry Seinfeld on the show Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee, where he candidly discussed his past. Today, the Kramer character is still remembered as one of the most unforgettable figures in the world of sitcoms. Jerry Stiller. Frank Costanza. Jerry Stiller portrayed George Costanza's explosive and temperamental father, Frank Costanza, on Seinfeld. Frank became unforgettable in the audience's memory with his exaggerated temper tantrums, eccentric ideas, and particularly his own holiday, Festivus. Jerry Stiller's impeccable comic timing and the character's energy made Frank one of the show's iconic figures. Before Seinfeld, Jerry Stiller already had a long history in comedy. The comedy duo Stiller and Miara, created with his wife Ann Miara, achieved great success in the 1960s. Stiller remained active in the industry for years through television and stage projects, joining Seinfeld in 1993 and adding a new dimension to his career with the role of Frank Costanza. The character's exaggerated behaviors, especially the dynamics between Frank and Estelle, led to some of the show's funniest moments. Jerry Stiller continued to maintain his success in the comedy world after Seinfeld. He once again won over audiences with his role as Arthur Spooner on The King of Queens. Stiller passed away in 2020 at the age of 92, leaving a special place in the hearts of Seinfeld fans and the comedy world with his portrayal of Frank Costanza. His performances remain vividly remembered even as the years go by. Patrick Warburton portrayed Elaine Benes's strange, laid-back, and self-assured boyfriend, David Putty, on Seinfeld. Putty became an essential element of the comedy with his blank facial expressions, quirky habits, and relaxed demeanor. Notably, the high-five scene and his odd painting habits made the character unforgettable. When Patrick Warburton joined the Seinfeld cast in 1995, he was in the early stages of his career. The Putty character became a turning point for Warburton. His deep voice, quirky sense of humor, and the character's laid-back attitude made Putty an entertaining figure for viewers. Warburton appeared in several episodes of the series, and his performances were widely praised. Patrick Warburton achieved great success in his career after Seinfeld. He particularly made a name for himself in the voiceover industry, becoming known for his role as Kronk in The Emperor's New Groove. He also voices Joe Swanson in the animated series Family Guy. Warburton solidified his place in the television world by starring in shows like The Tick and Rules of Engagement. Now 59 years old, Patrick Warburton continues to work actively through both on-screen performances and voiceover projects. While David Putty holds a significant place in his career, Warburton's versatility has allowed him to make a substantial impact beyond this character. Estelle Harris portrayed the hilariously overbearing and loud-mouthed Estelle Costanza, George's mother, on Seinfeld. Her comedic chemistry with Jerry Stiller, Frank Costanza, created some of the series' funniest and most unforgettable moments. From her high-pitched voice to her relentless nagging, Estelle became an essential part of the show's humor. Estelle Harris joined Seinfeld in its fourth season, adding a new level of absurdity to George's chaotic family dynamic. Harris, already a seasoned actress, brought her knack for comedic timing to the role, delivering memorable scenes like Estelle's yelling matches with Frank and her constant frustration with George. The Costanza family dinners became iconic thanks to her energetic performances. After Seinfeld, Estelle Harris continued to work steadily in television and film. She became widely recognized as the voice of Mrs. Potato Head in Pixar's Toy Story franchise, endearing her to a new generation of fans. Estelle passed away in April 2022 at the age of 93, but her legacy lives on through her unforgettable work. Her portrayal of Estelle Costanza remains a highlight of Seinfeld, exemplifying her ability to make even the most exaggerated situations feel hilariously real. Heidi Swedberg played Susan Ross, George Costanza's fiancée, on Seinfeld. Susan was known for her calm demeanor, often acting as the voice of reason in George's chaotic world. However, her shocking and hilariously dark fate, dying from licking cheap wedding envelopes, remains one of the most talked-about moments in sitcom history. Heidi Swedberg joined Seinfeld during the show's fourth season as Susan, a network executive who eventually became romantically involved with George. Over the next few seasons, Susan appeared in numerous storylines, often highlighting George's selfish and neurotic behavior. Her character's tragic end in Season 7 is one of Seinfeld's most infamous and darkly comedic twists. After Seinfeld, Heidi Swedberg shifted her focus from acting to music. She became a professional ukulele player and music educator, forming the band Heidi Swedberg and the Suki Jump Band. Through her music, she inspires audiences of all ages and has performed at festivals and schools across the country. Although her time on Seinfeld ended in one of the most unconventional ways, Swedberg's portrayal of Susan left a lasting impression. She remains a cherished part of the Seinfeld legacy, and her contributions to the series continue to be celebrated by fans around the world. Jennifer Coolidge. Jodie Jennifer Coolidge made a brief yet unforgettable appearance on Seinfeld as Jodie, the masseuse Elaine dates in Season 5. In the episode titled The Masseuse, Jodie refuses to give Jerry a massage despite being a professional masseuse, leading to a hilariously awkward dynamic between the two. Though Coolidge's role was small, her comedic chops and distinctive style hinted at her future success in Hollywood. At the time of her Seinfeld appearance, Jennifer Coolidge was an up-and-coming actress finding her way in the industry. Her portrayal of Jodie showcased her ability to make even a minor role stand out with her unique comedic energy. This early appearance was one of her first opportunities to shine in the world of television comedy. Jennifer Coolidge has since become a household name and a comedy icon. She rose to fame in the late 1990s and early 2000s with roles in American Pie and Legally Blonde. Her signature blend of quirky humor and undeniable charm has made her a favorite in Hollywood. More recently, Coolidge delivered a career-defining performance in HBO's The White Lotus, earning her critical acclaim and awards, including an Emmy for Outstanding Supporting Actress in a Drama Series. Now in her early 60s, Coolidge remains one of the most celebrated comedic actresses of her generation. Her brief role on Seinfeld marked the beginning of a long and illustrious career in entertainment. Wayne Knight. Newman Wayne Knight brought life to Newman, Jerry's eccentric and conniving neighbor and nemesis. Newman became one of the most beloved recurring characters on Seinfeld, delivering a perfect mix of absurd humor and unpredictability. From his maniacal laugh to his iconic line, "Hello, Jerry," Knight's portrayal of Newman remains a highlight of the show. Wayne Knight joined Seinfeld in the second season and quickly became a fan favorite. Newman's various schemes, his job as a postal worker, and his tumultuous friendship with Kramer created countless hilarious moments. Despite being a recurring character, Knight's performance had a lasting impact on the show's success, with Newman becoming one of the most memorable TV characters of all time. After Seinfeld, Wayne Knight continued to enjoy a thriving career in television and film. He appeared in blockbuster hits like Jurassic Park and lent his voice to animated projects like Toy Story 2. Knight also made guest appearances on shows like Hot in Cleveland and Curb Your Enthusiasm. Now in his late 60s, Wayne Knight is still active in the entertainment industry. His portrayal of Newman remains iconic, and he frequently engages with Seinfeld fans through conventions and interviews. Knight's comedic brilliance and unforgettable performance as Newman ensure his place in sitcom history. Brenda Strong played Sue Ellen Mischke, also known as the Braless Wonder, a recurring character who created some of the funniest and most outrageous moments in Seinfeld. As Elaine's wealthy frenemy, Sue Ellen frequently caused chaos, whether by wearing outfits that shocked her friends or by sparking lawsuits with her carefree behavior. When Brenda Strong joined Seinfeld as Sue Ellen Mischke, she had already appeared in numerous TV series in small roles. Her portrayal of the confident and unapologetically bold Sue Ellen was an instant hit with fans. Episodes like The Caddy and The Abstinence showcased her comedic timing and ability to steal the spotlight with her memorable appearances. After Seinfeld, Brenda Strong's career skyrocketed, most notably with her role as Mary Alice Young in Desperate Housewives. Her voiceover narration on the hit show became iconic, and she earned an Emmy nomination for her work. Strong also appeared in other popular series, including 13 Reasons Why and Dallas. In addition to acting, Brenda Strong is a certified yoga instructor and wellness advocate. She continues to take on diverse roles and remains a celebrated actress in television history. Terry Hatcher portrayed Cedra Holland, Jerry's short-term girlfriend famous for the unforgettable line, "They're real and they're spectacular." Cedra's beauty, confidence, and that iconic quote left a lasting impression on Seinfeld fans, even though she appeared in just a few episodes. Terry Hatcher's appearance on Seinfeld as Cedra was a pivotal moment in her early career. Her role in the episode The Implant was filled with sharp humor and highlighted her ability to deliver memorable lines. Despite being a guest star, Hatcher's performance made Cedra one of the most recognizable one-off characters on the show. Terry Hatcher went on to achieve massive fame as Lois Lane in Lois and Clark, The New Adventures of Superman. Her biggest career breakthrough came later with her role as Susan Mayer on Desperate Housewives, for which she won a Golden Globe Award. Hatcher also starred in the James Bond film Tomorrow Never Dies and continued to act in movies and TV shows over the years. Beyond acting, Hatcher is also an author and philanthropist. She remains a prominent figure in Hollywood and continues to be celebrated for her versatile talent. Valerie Lauren Graham appeared in Seinfeld as Valerie, one of Jerry's many girlfriends. Valerie's role in the episode The Millennium stood out for her quirky behavior and obsession with making everything perfect. Though her role was brief, Graham's charm made Valerie a memorable part of the Seinfeld universe. Lauren Graham's role on Seinfeld came early in her career, just before she achieved widespread recognition. Her character Valerie was a perfect fit for the show's quirky humor, and her interactions with Jerry reflected the absurdity of relationships in the Seinfeld world. Lauren Graham rose to stardom as Lorelai Gilmore in Gilmore Girls, earning critical acclaim and a massive fan base for her quick-witted and heartfelt performance. She later starred in Parenthood, where she further showcased her range as an actress. In addition to acting, Graham has written several best-selling books, including a memoir and a novel. She remains a beloved figure in television and continues to inspire fans with her talent and charisma. Jamie Gertz played Jane, one of Jerry Seinfeld's girlfriends in Seinfeld. Jane is perhaps best remembered for her infamous toothbrush incident in the episode The Stall. Her refusal to share her toothbrush and her secret use of a phone sex line led to some of the show's funniest and most awkward moments. By the time Jamie Gertz appeared in Seinfeld, she was already a familiar face in Hollywood. Known for her roles in movies like The Lost Boys and Less Than Zero, Gertz brought her comedic talent and strong presence to the role of Jane. While her time on the show was short-lived, her character's quirks and Jerry's neurotic reactions created one of the most memorable moments in Seinfeld lore. After her appearance on Seinfeld, Jamie Gertz continued to work steadily in television and film. She starred in the sitcom Still Standing from 2002 to 2006, earning praise for her comedic timing. She also appeared in movies like Twister and TV shows like Entourage. In addition to her acting career, Gertz is a philanthropist and part owner of the NBA's Atlanta Hawks, alongside her husband, Tony Ressler. The couple is heavily involved in charitable efforts and remains influential figures in both Hollywood and the sports world. Though her role in Seinfeld was brief, Gertz is fondly remembered as one of Jerry's most memorable girlfriends. Jerry Seinfeld became a worldwide star by playing a character with the same name in NBC's legendary sitcom Seinfeld. Jerry is portrayed as a somewhat arrogant but extremely witty stand-up comedian living in New York. His unique sense of humor played a significant role in the show's success, and the character's inspiration from personal experiences and observations made him beloved by viewers. When the show premiered in 1989, Jerry Seinfeld was already a recognized name in the stand-up world. He began his stand-up career in the late 1960s, gaining attention for his observational humor style. His performances on shows like The Tonight Show starring Johnny Carson and Late Night with David Letterman helped him reach a broad audience. However, Seinfeld marked a turning point in his career. Created with Larry David, this show introduced a fresh perspective to television with the motto of a show about nothing. Jerry's minimalist acting and stories inspired by real life made the series unique. Today, Jerry Seinfeld remains actively involved in the world of comedy. After the conclusion of Seinfeld, he continued his stand-up career and served as both a writer and voice actor for the animated film B-Movie in 2007. In 2012, he launched the internet series Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee, which allowed him to showcase his comedic genius in a different format. Jerry continues to bring joy to former fans by occasionally giving nostalgic interviews about the Seinfeld series. He has also released stand-up specials on Netflix and tours worldwide to connect with his fans. Now at 6'9", Jerry Seinfeld continues to be one of the most influential figures in television history. Jason Alexander played George Costanza, Jerry's close friend and one of the funniest characters on Seinfeld. George became a favorite among viewers due to his grumpiness, short temper, and the interesting misadventures he experienced throughout his life. The character was inspired by Larry David's real-life personality, and Jason Alexander successfully brought this complex and comedic role to life. When the show premiered, Jason Alexander was a theater-trained actor known for his successes on Broadway. Notably recognized for his performances in musical theater, Alexander made a rapid entrance into the television world with his role as George Costanza on Seinfeld. He perfectly reflected George's quirks and neurotic nature, quickly winning the audience's affection. After Seinfeld, Jason Alexander remained active in the television and film industry. However, he was often identified with the character of George Costanza due to his success in the series. While this sometimes complicated his career, Alexander showcased his talents by participating in various projects, actively supporting various nonprofit organizations and social responsibility initiatives. Alexander remains an impressive figure both on and off the screen. While Seinfeld fans will always remember him as George Costanza, his career has progressed in a versatile and impressive manner. Julia Louis-Dreyfus played Elaine Baines, one of the most dynamic and memorable characters on Seinfeld. Elaine was witty, intelligent, and unapologetically herself, bringing a strong female presence to the series. From her dance moves, dubbed the Little Kicks, to her sarcastic humor and unique approach to relationships, Elaine became one of television's most iconic characters, thanks to Louis-Dreyfus's incredible comedic timing and versatility. Before Seinfeld, Julia Louis-Dreyfus was a cast member on Saturday Night Live, where she honed her comedic skills. When she joined Seinfeld in 1989, she quickly became a standout in the ensemble cast. Elaine's blend of charm, unpredictability, and boldness made her a fan favorite, and Louis-Dreyfus's performance earned widespread acclaim. Over the course of the show, she became an essential part of its success, breaking stereotypes for women in comedy by playing a character who was both relatable and hilarious. Following Seinfeld, Julia Louis-Dreyfus achieved something few actors have: sustained success in multiple acclaimed projects. She starred in The New Adventures of Old Christine, winning an Emmy for her performance. Later, she led HBO's political satire Veep as Selena Meyer, earning a record-breaking 6 consecutive Emmy Awards for Outstanding Lead Actress in a Comedy Series. Louis-Dreyfus has cemented her legacy as one of the greatest comedic actresses of all time. Now in her 60s, Julia Louis-Dreyfus remains active in Hollywood. She's expanded her career into producing, activism, and even the Marvel Cinematic Universe, appearing as Valentina Allegra de Fontaine. Elaine Béniz remains an integral part of her legacy, but Louis-Dreyfus's career has reached extraordinary heights beyond Seinfeld. The show may have ended in 1998, but its impact on pop culture and comedy remains as strong as ever. Whether it's through reruns, streaming, or memes that keep us laughing, Seinfeld proves that timeless humor never goes out of style. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more Then and Now videos. And let us know in the comments who your favorite Seinfeld character or guest star is. Until next time, see you again.